Hello and welcome. Right, yes, I'm setting the worker going. Let's grab the other one and we're going to do this one. I really think I should have shifted the bales before I did this. Really, it was a little bit silly, but hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah, let's get this done and we'll see if we can push the bales around a little bit. Oh no, unfold. Right, okay. I'm going to go into a time episode because it is funny. Now, before I start, we will like do this and I will chat a little because I am really, of all of the Let's Plays, it is funny, I was just thinking, really do enjoy this map of all of them, even though I love the others as well. But it's weird, I realised something about myself, and that is that I actually, some maps I can sort of play straight away, and yeah, straight away I like them, and then others I always liked Zielonka, always, right at the beginning it was a real cracking map, but because I sort of do like it and I've come back on, I really sort of realise that I've got a bit of an affinity with it, as in I really do like it, whereas Hutan Pantai, it is good and I like it straight away, there's not much not to like, but I haven't got that relationship with it that I've got with this, because there is no there's no, I'm trying to think of the right word, we've not done anything together, whereas this like we'd been on journeys. We have. I've got some really fond and some dastardly memories, mainly thanks to Giants. The dastardly, that is the fact that the train, I loaded it religiously manually every single day, and the train threw my stuff all the way around, which was not very nice, thank you Giants. And it didn't get fixed quickly either. I still don't know to this day if it has been fixed, or whether if I did that train, I presume it was fixed. I would like to imagine that after all this time that Giants have fixed that, or else, like, yeah, that would just be awful. But yeah, it is true, I used to hate it, but obviously that was the job. But yeah, you come on the map early on the day of release, because it obviously is, as we have signed up for the all of the DLCs, and obviously you get them like early on, and of course there are always faults. I've got to be honest, something I've got used to. I frequently go on most maps that I like on day of release, and very few maps that I don't like, I've got to be honest, because I love the game. So yeah, it's well, it's not working as bad as yeah, I was going to say I should be able to push them around a little bit. Shouldn't work out too terrible. I love the way we've got the merge max. Trying to think whether I would imagine he's or she. I know I would imagine they'd faff around too much. I think I might be done first. So let's see, can we shove this around a little? They don't really like being pushed very much. But yeah, if we can push it to the edge of the field a little, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, it's true. Thoroughly, I am really enjoying this more. But it's not just the map on this one. This really appeals to me as a start from scratch. This is really tough. I mean, we've had absolutely terrible, yeah, really awful starts. I mean, even though we got all of those fantastic treasure pieces, we had so many like faults with the map, as in like my recordings went bad. I had all sorts of issues on episode 2 and 3. So much so that I'm wondering, do I post them? I've got a disclaimer on both videos to say, look, I'm not expecting you to watch this, but I'm like, yeah, but people will still come on and they might judge the rest of the videos based upon those two. Do I put them there, or do I like leave them off, or what? But then it makes no sense, because you come to episode 4 and you think, well, how did you get there? I mean, it's weird. So I'm not really a bit unsure as to how we do it, whether I leave them like further on, right, you know, like do like the really good episodes to begin with and then put one or two, but then it makes no sense on like, why would you do that in a way? It's just that I know if there are new viewers and you view someone, you tend to view someone on the content created, and like it's like, it is awful. The only reason I would include it was for the fact that it sort of proves how we got to the money that we got to by episode 4, really, because I carried on with the yeah, the searching for treasure really. In episodes 2 and 3 we chopped the wood down here, and you can't see it very well. You can sort of see that I'm doing it, but you can't see the trees right, because what it does is it focuses on the top left hand side of the map. So if you look at the top left hand side now, that's all you're going to see. Occasionally you're going to see a building, occasionally you're going to see a tree, and that's the whole episode. Because somehow, even though I'd recorded all the other episodes spot on, the 2 that I did on Zielonka, on 2 and 3, for some reason OBS had decided it wasn't going to keep the projector source at the right. I'm trying to think of the focus was all wrong. For some reason it decided it was going to switch, which is awful. Right, let's get this. Yeah, and it was awful. It just literally did the top sort of section, which is, I have no idea why it did it, but it did. I mean, recording issues happen, and I checked my recording. Of course I could see that it was recording, but I didn't check, because I'd got no reason to check that type of thing, because I know it was going to do it. I had no reason to think, oh, it's going to be wrong. I could see that it was recording. That's all I ever do. And occasionally, even that, I will forget occasionally. I think we really need to, like, get these off the field, or this is going to really cause issues. It really is. So let's see how the work is doing as well. Right, okay, well we're winning on that, but yeah, it's going to catch up soon. Let's get these at least like put to the edge of the field. Yeah, I've not got time really to stick them on. That's the one thing I'm going to say. I just really just grab them and stick them on the side. They are ready though. Do we double handle? I think it's silly. I think we're better really grab that, stick these up. One thing I'm nicely surprised at, I don't know how heavy this is. I'm missing the weight hood. I've got all the mods that have been released. There's quite a few really useful ones. Yeah, I think the conversions from FS2 mods that were done on the mod hub, and I think the Giants team have literally converted them to FS25, because the editor is not out yet, so it can't really be that the editor's out there, right? So yeah, for the first layer it doesn't really matter how low we go. Oh yeah, I've knocked them about, haven't I? We're going to have a mixed bag here, aren't we? Some down and some like normal. Let's go a little bit closer as well. Yeah, I think we'll let the other one actually grab the merge max first, and we'll while we do this. Yeah, you need them quite. So yeah, let's go grab it. Let's go grab that. Yeah, we'll have a session for once. Oh no, we don't want. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop this here, because we've now got 2 fields of all of them. I did think, now really this is ours, but not the bit that hooks around where the trees are. It's only really, but this is quite a large headland down this end. Really, I reckon we could probably just about put an easy shed, although they're a bit wide. But this bit here is all ours as well. So, but then again, if I put a shed there, yeah, we shall see. I would like to have a go, but obviously in the minute, it's more about buying fields and going forwards. I'm thinking, because I don't want to make you sick to death of like grass, and I do realise it is a little bit like that. I think what we ought to do is hopefully grab three fields by the end of this year. I think what we should do then is have 1 year of the grass and buy as many fields as possible. And do we do that? Or what I normally used to do was I would have a year when we bought as many fields as we could, and then we'd actually just swap them all from grass all to arable. But we've also got to buy some arable equipment, because at the minute all we've got is grass. This is on hard economy. It's not that easy to make the leap. We could still lease, but I mean, yeah, I think we need at least 3 fields to actually make that change. This would be interesting to see how this actually does. I think it'll be alright. Right, let's leave that going, and we're going to grab those bales and stick them on here. Oh, yeah, I can see it just at the corner of my eye. Yeah, I really do like this. I've fallen in love with this bit of equipment. I really sort of don't know what I was missing, or what I was thinking or not thinking on FS22. Yeah, I don't think I'd give it a fair chance. But sometimes it isn't it. What's that old saying about? It's not desperation, but it is true. Sometimes, something about bedfellows. Yeah, when you like. Oh, okay. Let's go a little bit further. Although the other one's not much more than that. Wow, it's a little bit on the edge, isn't it? Really. It does take up a lot of room, though. I've done this before. And they take up a lot of room when they've put flat. Oh, I can't remember. It's something about the mother of invention, but it's true. That's not really what I'm sort of trying to think of in this instance. That sometimes when your back's against the wall, you can find a partner that it was a bit unexpected, one that perhaps you've not always judged right, and this one is really that. Never really thought either. Usually pay a couple of grand. 1007 for the pallet forks as well. We need to drop that down really. It makes it a little, and then obviously when you go higher you want it to be like the opposite of low. Yeah, like when you get into the second thing, this wants to be high so you can get that bit of extra high. Something I only really realised last session when I thought, the other thing we ought to do is that trick we used to do before, which is to like go 2/3 up and then wallop this. Yeah, and then it'll just fall. Yeah, if we're gonna do the flat method this time, then we ought to use the flat method. Yeah, use the actual thing to knock it down. Is what I've done in the past. So, right. Yeah, one thing I am missing, which is fairly obvious for anybody who watches the channel, is courseplay. Yeah, definitely. Can't wait till courseplay is a thing. I'm quite sure it's a valiant effort, but it's the bailing side of things. I've got to be honest. Courseplay is so good at like bailing that side of things. The workers work there with you shoulder to shoulder. They're not perfect. It's not even courseplay's got its like things, but it is very, very good in comparison to what we. Although I have got to be honest, the AI in this is far better than I've ever seen previously. I've always very, very infrequently used in-game workers because they are so terrible. But I've got to be honest. Why is that not going in there? Right, okay, it is a little. These actually finish the job, which that is quite good. Yeah, they really do finish the job that they've got, which that's quite really. They're not totally reliable, but they're not totally unreliable. Certain tools I find are better than others, but they're still very good. Yeah, I mean, most things I'm quite surprised. I was like looking at it yesterday when I'm on the field with them, and I don't really expect. But I mean, I think there was only one mistake the worker made, and that was that they work it out a bit like courseplay. They'll go around, right, one more. They'll look at the field and they'll split it up into lines. And I did the seeding and it took half of my line off, but that's because it was still working out the lines that it had done, and it knew that to finish the field it needed to take half of my row off, which it did do. That's the only thing it did, really. Oh, there's the other one, isn't there, as well? Yes, I am thinking though we ought to sort of pop these in. Yeah, take them to the that is of course when they only grass at them, and we can see 5500 100%. So yeah, they're even good for the pulling method when you like pull them against the what are they at? Why is that not showing me? Is that because it's strapped? Well, no, 99% I saw then. Yeah, fermenting 99%, so let's grab that last one. Yeah, the only thing that is obviously a little bit strange, we often, all of us, use the bales, the bale spikes, or like if you were ever going to use pallet forks. I'm not really bothered by this. These look quite nice and thin, so it's sort of ideal as a bit of a crossover. Yeah, we've got to go in. There's no other way we can do this. Yeah, now there is one trick that I did do, and that was if you push it against the bale, and it falls off the trailer, but it's a bit of a random thing. It's not, I don't think it's a predictable sort of thing that you could do. Yeah, okay. We'll try, but it's a bit random. I did it by mistake last session. Yeah, if you sort of hang it half on and half off, but I think it's a totally random chance that it's going to fall. Ah. Okay then. Yeah, I do think of the two fields though. This is obviously, with having so much stuff on the field, it's yeah, that's what I was saying. It did it yesterday and it went flat, but I'm not sure you could rely on it. But I suppose the height of the fall probably means it's fairly predictable, which that's not a bad thing really. Is that strapped? Gonna say it shouldn't be. Yeah, it sometimes lifts the 3-point because obviously it is on the 3-point. So, right, let's shift this off the field and then we'll manually do this. Yeah, and we'll get it all bailed. It's going to be all us, isn't it, really? So, do we really... I'm going to say it's all much of a muchness, really. The one thing I really would like... Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, 33 tons. 33,000 litres. I've got to stop saying tons. And let's fold them away. Yeah, I shall remember these going forwards as a beloved piece of equipment that I really, really underestimated. Something that, yeah, I could actually... And the other thing I like about them is they're a bit of everything. Because you can use pallet forks anyway to grab big bags. What am I stuck on? Oh, the trailer. Right, so we need to grab the windrow. Oh, please don't tell me that's stuck without telling us it's stuck. Why did I know it was going to be one of these sessions? Oh, you absolute... You've been sitting there wasting money that we can't afford. That surprises me. What is wrong with that? There's absolutely no reason. There was nothing blocking it at all. Okay, so we found one piece of equipment that they're useless with. The Merge Max. Perhaps these can only work with it in the middle. Let's just give it a go. Just like to know, was it just a freak or are they rubbish or... Okay. Let's grab the baler then. We'll get some bales done. Right, so I'm going to say my words because there is a lot for us to do. So, yeah. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, just going to check because I think we've got 6 on the original trailer, and I think we did 8, but we've got really, I think there's 8 on this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the one on the edge is 8. Yeah, 8. And I'm sure the other one was 8, which means we had 6 last time, I think. Let's just go and check. Let's leave this on this side as well. Let's just check. And if we have got 2 extra bales, that is a lot. And when you consider like cost, so for the 2,000 it would cost us to get the fertilizer. It actually, yeah, that is true. It's equal as well. I'm quite surprised that the lime isn't really in the base game affecting your yields. I mean, I don't say it's not. I don't really know. It must do a little bit, but perhaps, yeah, this is a slightly big field, so I suppose if we get an 8 on this, you probably get 9 or maybe 9.5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And did I put that other one? No, that is the 7. So we're 1 down actually, and we got 6 the first time. So we got 1 more through fertilising, but we've lost 1 through the liming. On the other fields, we've so it's definitely, we've almost got 3 extra bales for the fact that we fertilised. That's a lot. Well worth investing 2,000 in the Salek and fertilising the. I think we've probably still got enough to do 1 more go with the Salek. So that's an investment which we really, yeah, this is what when I came in, I saw the conveyor 43.8 cubic metre. Wow, that's expensive, isn't it? It's a lorry one. Yeah, and that's very reasonable because it is quite expensive. Yeah, 13 meters. There is no. Yeah, we've lost a partner that's been with the game for a long, long time, which is a bit of a shame. It is. Yeah. So let's grab the fertilizer spreader because it's well worth the investment. Yeah. So we're going to grab a Salek. And we'll try to see if we can. Yeah, this is going to slow us down. I'm tempted to. Let me just grab this. Yeah. Tempted really to just go through to the end of the year. As in, like, yeah, not. Oh no, I don't know. I think the trouble is by doing that type of thing, it's. Oh. Let's get this done. I know there's ones on the actual field, but it would actually hit the plastic and drop on the floor. It really would stop very little, so I don't really think this is terrible. I would have done it one time, but really now, sort of thinking about the physics of the situation, it should. Yeah, no, it is actually doing it this time. Yeah, we should actually get this. It would literally hit the bale and then fall on the floor. And I'm not being funny, it's really the water that probably activates it. So it'd still get washed into the grounds. So it's not really gonna. It really would still work doing this. It's a little abnormal, but yeah. I know we're gonna have to go around it, which means you're sort of wasting a bit of fertilizer because it's not perfect. But it is quite a small spread anyway, so it's not. Yeah, not like a. But there's a time and a place for this. I think for 2,000 it's reasonable. I just wish it did the lime, and I realise that's why you don't get the lime in it, is because it would be just too good. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say really I can't see any possible reason why this would not work with lime. It's just a slightly different consistency. So you could, I'm quite sure there's engineers could quite easily adjust this for lime, and that would be really fantastic. Yeah, it's strange that only the bread oil, although it seems, yeah, it seems that that's by design, that only the bread oil can do lime. Yeah, not even any of the fertilizer spreaders. FS22, you did at least get the fertilizer spreader. Sorry, the manure spreaders also had the possibility to do lime. So this is only the bread oil, which I have not got a problem with now. Yeah, there was a time when I really was not a bread oil fan, but I've got to be honest, I overcame that in FS22. It definitely is not a bad. I can see why a lot of people really do like it. Right, I'm trying to think time-wise. My time, that is, not the... Yeah. Also, I've been chatting a lot this time, so... I think we'll probably go through till... Oh, okay. We'll probably just about do this. Yeah, I suppose you've also got to bring into the equation the cost of your fertiliser. But I think it's about 150... It looks like about 150 litres per field, which out of 1,000 is quite a few goes, really. And for that extra bales, you've got to cross-reference it with that. I think it's probably well worth doing your fertiliser rather than like a meadow grass type thing. I think this is well worth the effort. I wish I could do something with those bales, the bigger ones, but yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, so we should be back up to 100%. Yeah, love this field. Obviously, when I first came out, I really... Did I know this was a... No, I didn't, because this is like this time. You don't know what this is, even with precision farming, because you can't see it. You've got to plough it, so you don't... It's not a cheaty one, but actually it was pure loam, absolutely pure loam. So it was one of the best fields on the map, which obviously was an absolutely sheer fluke. That one, when I did scan it and plough it and all the rest of it, but it really was an absolute beauty of a field, if a little small. But I mean, yeah, to begin with, if precision farming were on now and it was the same as in the in Zielonka, then this is really a very, very good field with obviously a fantastic yield. Say that is about nearly one more little bit in the middle. Yeah, it really is about 150 litres per one, so we're down to 13 odd thousand, and next time we definitely need to buy some more fertiliser. We have got, I would say that the seeds though we've got will do that third grass field if we're lucky enough to actually be able to do that. So we're going to go through July, August, September. Oh, July. Yeah, that's right. We have to cut it in September, don't we, rather than October, so that it grows second growth stage. Yeah, we're sort of cutting it one stage short every single year, but that's... I'm not trying to think how we're going to do this, as in, yeah, last one at 8 o'clock. Well, yeah, we'll see what the figures are like, see what we do. I mean, we can up our earnings by the 6 that are ready. When we get ready to do this next one, not terribly good, but not awful either. 143 horsepower, 10.7. Wow, look at the difference. That's a heavy, it really is a heavy corn. You'd need a real monster of a harvester to do that. Yeah, I've got also, I wonder what it was. I'd got the bale. It knocks your speed down and also stops you so that you don't go. Yeah, because obviously normally if I'm doing the bales, I have to reverse a little. Yeah, it's the new mod that literally stops you, so you can't. Yeah, it slows you down gradually for the last few percent, and then stops you dead when you're at 100%, so you don't go overrun the bale, which is quite a very, very useful thing. Now, really, I think it's today that the potatoes are like taken out. So, but he could also replant straight away. So it's one of those, yeah, situations where we've got to go through till tomorrow. Just going to go through this month and then 9 again tomorrow. And we'll quickly look at the fields But yeah, I mean, the other thing is we've got to sell all of our bales, and we may have to up the loan very slightly to buy that third field, and then we'd have to lease some seeders and planters and that. So I'm really, really unsure as to whether we do sort of put our neck out for that, or whether we just like crack on as we are with 2 fields. And then, as I said, there's a certain amount of where if you overstretch yourself, it sort of rebounds and really does hurt you. So September, our bales should be ready soon, but I think we'll probably have an hour or so to speed up before they're 100%. Oh, it's more. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so really this is the one where we've got to go out of sequence and cut it right now. So I think we're going to leave it here. I'm intrigued to see how we go. So we're going to have to cut the fields. We're obviously not going to get as much grass. We have fertilised them both, though. We know this needs a lime. We will, at some point, we'll do that. But it's, at the minute, I think, yeah, yield bonus 80. I think there was a 97 or something. So we lose. Yeah, we're losing almost 20%, which is about right. What we said, a bale. I think we're losing a bale every single time we cut this. And obviously this time we're only got second growth stage. But it means it'll grow twice more, October, November, so that we can cut it again in April. Otherwise it'll be May, and then it just gets worse and worse. So yeah, this is probably about the best. I'm sure in FS19 it was, mind you, I used to cut it every month at first growth stage, because FS19 had a different, the third growth stage in FS19 wasn't as, it had to go longer to actually get it. So I think first and second growth stage were hardly any different, but I think I probably would have been better to do second growth stage. Although this is, yeah, horses for courses, I think, truthfully. But yeah, we're going to leave it here. We're up to 25,000. Let's have a look at field 57, whether that's been harvested or whether it's actually, no, remove foliage. So that's ready this month. Yes, I'm going to leave it here because I'd like to cut the grass, and yeah, then we may as well grab the last lot of bales, because they're not going to be ready till October anyway. As in, like, what I'll do is I'm going to bale and wrap them the next lot, and then by the end of the year we'll just take the whole lot of bales. Hopefully we'll have enough to grab that field, even if we have to take the loan up a little bit, so that next year we can hit that with 3 fields. And what I'd like to do is do 1 full year with 3 fields, and then I'd like to go arable, even if it means we only grab 1 extra field and free ourselves of debt, because we've got grass equipment. So I think we should make the most of the grass equipment, which is pretty much what I did in FS19. But this is really, obviously the cash we're getting on normal economy, we would be up to 5 or 6 fields by now. So it is, but this is what the growth would really be like if you were a farmer and you were doing this type of thing with this. Yeah, we are about on par with the financial constraints that a farmer would have in real life, which is why I really wanted to think, well, okay, it's tough, but I've just got to get used to it. It is what it is. So yeah, this is the natural growth that you would get as a farmer if you did what we're doing. So as close as can be, as Giants have said, it is an approximate. Prices are about right with real life. So yeah, that is not far off. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.